So now we are moving into the Three Kingdoms period. The historical formation of these new countries or new dynasties. Usually you answer those questions in the quiz. So, these are Three Kingdoms. And Goguryeo is known for their stone chamber tombs. And inside the stone chamber tombs, you have paintings. So in Goguryeo wall painting, there were 1, 2, 3 stages, right? I hope you remember it. So one is genre painting, scenes of daily activities. And then if you go to the second one, there will be some more ideas, like symbolic ideas. And then if you go to number 3, you only have cardinal directions, right? 4 cardinal directions in dragons, phoenix, those animals. So that's influence of Chinese culture. In the stage of 1 and 2, you tend to have a lot of genre paintings. So this is Anak, tomb number 3. So you have this type of cooking units. And then if you go to Kyunghee tomb, you have some more folkloric tales, right? You have folkloric tales of, remember, Jinyo. No, this is Jinyo and this is Kyunghee, right? Remember their love stories, folk tales are represented. And then Muyongchong tomb is very important. So it really shows a mature style of scenes of everyday life. So you have people dancing in the background. And then on another view, you have scenes of hunting. And then these genre paintings are important sources as well, right? In terms of their dresses, or in terms of their customs, or living styles. Even though there are no accompanying texts, genre painting itself can be very important historical records of it. Wall paintings of Goguryeo. But why did wall paintings disappear from the tomb decoration? Or what about these kind of ornate gold objects? Why did they disappear from the funerary practices? As you remember, it's because of the rise of Buddhism, right? So the more people are exposed to the Buddhist, new Buddhist ideas, they are not believing in elaborate tomb decorations. Now they are going to give their money to building Buddhist temples or printing Buddhist books, or they sponsor Buddhist monks or monasteries. So people's goal is changing. And also, according to the Buddhist custom, the funerary practice is cremation, right? And they just burn the bodies to the ashes. So you don't really need a lot of elaborate goods. But in Goguryeo, Silla and Baekje, you have highly ornate funerary objects excavated. And this one is a pair of gold earrings. But what is important for these kind of gold earrings is the ornate techniques that were involved with this small object. So these kind of granulation or chaining or gold plates or gold twisting, these all involve cultural exchange with people in West Asia. So these techniques, diverse techniques, suddenly appear in the 5th and 6th century. So it's the results of cultural trade. More gold earrings from Silla tombs. And then this looks not so symmetric, but this is very important technological innovation of Three Kingdoms. This is from the Silla. That is, it starts to have ash glaze, a little bit of a shiny surface, not all over. Like this doesn't have any glaze, but if you see, some areas they're going to have an ash glaze. So this is a technological leap from earthenware to stoneware. So when you see the Goryeo Celadon, you may wonder how is it possible to create that Goryeo Celadon. The technological foundation was made in the Silla dynasty to make very thin. These are thin, and then these are very durable. Durable means it's just sturdy and strong. It's not easily breakable. Durable. And then they were also baked at a high temperature, like close to 800 to 1100 degrees centigrade. So it was baked at a really high temperature. So that's why they were even able to melt those ash glass coating into the glaze, and they have a little bit of glaze. So this is around like a 7th century technology, but from the 7th to 8th, 9th, and then if you go to the 11th century or so, you're going to start to see that rudimentary celadon of the Goryeo dynasty. In the beginning, it's not very elaborate, but you are going to see that the same technological innovations. And then it's a bird-shaped vessel. Maya Federation, for example, this is not as hard as this stoneware with ash glaze. So I want you to bear in mind. The Silla had advanced ceramic making. This is from the Maya Federation. And then this is really important. Like you need a little bit of a summary, or you can prepare an essay how Buddhism spread in Korean Peninsula. Like Goguryeo accepted it as early as the 4th century. Silla, if you think of it, it's as late as the 6th century, right? Like there are a long range of differences in terms of accepting Buddhism. Once it was grounded or well established in 3 kingdoms, they are going to make a rapid development. And these 2 examples of meditative Maitreya are great examples of large-scale Buddhist statues. We don't have colossal statues from 3 kingdoms period, but based on the 2 examples of Maitreya, you can imagine how ornate and how advanced the main statues of Buddhist temple might have been, you can guess. So these are both about 3 feet high, but they are usually placed on a high podium or altar, so it looks a lot larger. And then they are both made in like a lost wax technique, right? Lost wax technique, but they were cast in one piece. Lost wax technique, but they were cast in one piece. And both of them have a very thin layers or coating cast in one piece. So again, it shows the technological standards achieved by late 6th or early 7th century. If they can make this type of ornate gold earrings, they can make it a lot larger and equally create large statues like this. And Maitreya is a type of Bodhisattva. Remember, this is not the Buddha, this is Bodhisattva. But their meaning of Maitreya is they are future Buddha, right? They are aristocratic men or notable lay figure of their own community. So there is no doubt that they will be Buddha, but currently they stay as a Bodhisattva because they want to help the lay people around himself. So this Maitreya became a role model of many rulers, meaning model of political leaders. So either they are aristocrats or they are like the sacred bone or true bone. They all wanted to emulate Maitreya as their role model. And then they also wanted to, what did they want to say? also want to portray themselves, these politicians or aristocrats, they wanted to portray themselves as Maitreya, because then the general population follow their leadership and say, well, we really have to listen to this Mr. Kim because he is going to be, he's as generous and official as Maitreya, so let's follow him